if this fight does happen, who do y'all want to win? Leave it in the comments. What is up? What is up? It is Cheetos here, the dude with the fucking eeriness. Apparently, Paul wants to fight McGregor. I personally hope it does. I don't really give a shit about Paul, but holy fuck is McGregor scared the shit out of me. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Jake Paul has given official offer to Conor McGregor after beating Mike Tyson. Dear Conor, I know you told my team you would fight me at 170 pounds. That's never happening. Let's run it in MMA, no weight class, just like how it used to be done, but you won't. Because Jake Paul has come up to heavyweight to fight now, he's claiming to everyone he can't come back down and he's stuck heavier like KSI and Conor McGregor, who've agreed to fight him at lower weight.
You called out Canelo in the ring. Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down. Let's run it. Like, I'd be super, super down.
I don't know if Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
What about you and Conor McGregor? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, he'll never do that though. He knows. He knows way.
One, he's under contract.
Knows what? Like, is he talking shit? Is he just being his cocky, normal self? What?
And
he's not his own boss.
And two, he won't do it. He knows better. He might.
And it's funny to say, like, yo, Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul and will never box him, but it's the truth.
All right, you cocky asshole. I don't believe that for a second. Let's make it happen. McGregor, please accept this.
And look at him go toe-to-toe with Nate Diaz, who was easy work for me. It was like a Monday sparring session to beat Nate Diaz's ass. So he doesn't ever want the smoke with me. It won't ever happen.
We believe Canelo would do a cruiserweight fight. There's no way Conor does a cruiserweight fight with Jake Paul.
Conor wasn't happy with last night's event, saying a 16-minute spar in sparring gloves F off. And also had brought up the boxer Pritchard Colon, who suffered an injury, saying that Jake Paul would fight him next.
I forgot about this guy, and this guy's story is sad, like incredibly sad. If it doesn't show it in this, I'll explain. Okay, so yeah, right there, illegal hit, left him a potato.
Conor McGregor, as usual, when he does these little tweets after things has happened, deleted them, but has said recently that he does want to fight Jake Paul and all the YouTuber nerds.
Yeah, you know, the YouTuber nerds could be like, you know, I would consider that a nixer. You know, your uncle's friend needs a you know, a radiator fitted in his house, so he'll do a side job and get a side pay.
And there we go. There we got the good old McGregor talking shit. Let's keep it going. Let's get that fight going. Let's make it happen.
I would consider them, you know, them guys to be nixers. If I was to pick one out of them, I'd probably KSI has a big name in the UK. The Pauls, that Tyson fight is just a strange one to me. I hope Tyson takes his nose off. I'm sure at some stage.
Okay, and just saying, McGregor's accent is amazing. It's goddamn gold.
You know, we'll go through all of these guys. The Fury called me out today or yesterday, and he beat Jake and he fought KSI. So you never thought it's just like another little world, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm open for it. I'll never say no. Thoughts on Tyson, Jake Paul? Who gives a bollocks?
Nobody gives a bollocks.
No one gives a fuck about him.
Nobody gives a fuck about that lad.
I hope we rattles that little dope.
I hope Tyson fucking cracks that lad.
How was that even in the fucking Dallas Stadium?
How the fuck did they even get a stadium?
This is Mike Tyson Kush, yes?
This is Tyson Weed. Tyson Weed.
There's no one doing it like me. Nobody.
I'm still the fucking king of this shit, right? I'm the king of this shit, right?
Conor McGregor had already said Jake Paul is the biggest piss bag I've ever seen in my life. 40-pound weight difference, juiced out of his head and still shitting himself in there. Nikki, so you should take him to Vegas. Oh, that's right, you can never. The Athletic Commission testing, real fighting, bitch asses. You could never. And calling out 60-year-old Mike Tyson, fresh off that flight medical emergency, I swear to God, a fat can of bitch piss, most valuable piss bag. I'm not sure if Mike's fighting anymore, but a fight between Jake Paul and Conor McGregor has been brewing for a long time. This is a potential matchup.
So that's what's happening to Conor McGregor right now. For the people at home who don't understand it, basically they're like, why is Conor not fighting? So Conor has 2 fights left on his fight deal, but the UFC is trying to renew their rights deal because they license their content, which are the fights, to platforms. So they're trying to renew their deal with, they're negotiating multiple people, but let's say it's going to go with ESPN. They're trying to renew the deal and get him the most amount of money. So a part of that negotiation is, hey, we have Conor McGregor for 2 more fights. But if he were to fight now, that wouldn't be a part of the negotiation. The company would be like, oh yeah, well, you only have Conor for one fight. So that's why Conor's not fighting right now. And this is what they do to the fighters is, if you sign the contract that you didn't sign, if you win, then you're like locked in for 3 more fights or something like that. And there's each contract is different, but you basically don't want to win because then you're locked in for 3 more fights, and then you have all these triggers, is what they're called, where if you do something, then this happens, or if you lose, then this happens. And so you're basically just like owned and operated across the board. But what you did is super historic because you chose to get paid less to be able to be free, and then now it's worked out in your favor because you had 2 of the biggest boxing matches, in the past couple of years.
Yeah, because I get to the point that I realize that there is more value in my freedom than in the contract, than what I can get in the contract.
And I commend you so much for being the first fighter to do this and to move to the PFL, where we value fighters' rights, their likeness, we pay them what they're worth. The list goes on and on and on. But you were the first one to do it. That was at the top of the game.
This fight with Conor's massive layoff is an even matchup. Jake Paul has stayed consistent. Could that be?
Okay, so I have to ask the question. Is there going to be more value to Conor if they fight and then when Conor kicks his ass?
The difference? Would you guys want to see them 2 linking up? If not, there's people like Andre Ward that's been retired for a couple of years also that wants to fight him, a much fairer matchup.
Man, tonight was what it was. I'm not shocked about it. Mike is one of the all-time greats in selling a fight and making you believe, and he did that tonight, but at the same time, you can't lose sight of the fact that man 58, man. But I'm not disappointed about it because it's a 58-year-old man that got whipped himself in that kind of shape to come in here and at least stand in front of this dude and exchange punches. That's a win in and of itself. Some people really believe Mike was going to just teleport back into time and be young Mike. It just don't work like that, man. So, I hope y'all ain't too disappointed about the fight. I'm more relieved that Mike didn't get caught with nothing. He had a couple moments where he landed not clean, so that was exciting. And, Jake did what he did, man. But it's time for Jake to fight somebody a lot younger than Mike Tyson. A lot more accomplished, somebody that's going to give him what he's been looking for, which is legitimacy. It's time for him to do that.
Someone suggested Andre Ward making a comeback. Jake versus Andre Ward. He said, let's talk about it. He retired undefeated, but obviously wants that big paycheck. He's probably got enough in the tank to come back a lot better than Mike Tyson did, and that would be a massive matchup. Jake Paul's in a good position with potential fight.
I think me and a lot of other people want to see a good fight being Paul and McGregor. I would place my bet on McGregor. I believe Paul could handle his own, but at the end of the day, I do think McGregor would win. I think McGregor would kick his ass. But hopefully the managers make it happen, and hopefully McGregor wins. If this fight does happen, who do y'all want to win? Leave it in the comments. But thank y'all for being here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.